Chapter 13, Taste of Victory. Hopefully you're all having a great day. You stop in your tracks when you see Jack standing in front of your apartment door. His voice is as tense as he faces you. We need to talk. I'm listening. This better be good. Can I come inside, please? Not today. Giggity. You hesitate a second, then nod. He steps aside so you can fit the key into the lock, and you enter the apartment. In the living room, you turn around to face Jack. So, this better be... I'm sorry. For everything. For the things I said to you, for setting your dad up to fail. For duping you into making the bouquet for Richard to give to Veronica. That was such a low blow. Lower, now that we all know Richard's worse than the scum at the bottom of a storm drain. He lets out a heavy sigh. Breath, shoulders rising, and then dropping, like he's gathering himself together. I was being an idiot, idealistic, but in all the wrong ways. Richard was never the one I should have put my faith behind. Ever. I made a huge mistake, and when I didn't like the outcome, I took it out on you. You didn't deserve a single word of what I said to you last night. Jack, it means a lot to hear you say that. I appreciate you've recognized how hurtful those things were to hear. It's still not good enough. I shouldn't have said them in the first place. I'm not asking for your forgiveness because I don't think I deserve it. Taken aback, you observe him for a moment, finding nothing but honest and regret on his face. I'll admit I'm a little surprised to hear you say that. So, I can still impress you after the last screw-up, huh? Oh no. He quirks a grin, but you see the pain in his eyes, the self-doubt. I was stupid, Luna. If I could go back and do it all over again, I would have never put my faith in Richard, but since I can't do it over... Well, I hope you'll give me one more chance to explain myself. This sounds like something I've heard before, last night to be exact. That was my covering my ass explanation, but since then, I've had to face things I was trying to avoid, but I'm done avoiding how I feel. He looks you straight in the eyes, chin raised, and he looks proud? When I told you I was playing my endgame at the fundraiser, that was the truth. At that point, I'd realized I'd been going a little easy on you. Just a little, though, because, damn, you are good, and you've been giving me a run for my money. That's all the truth. Good save. But I could have been going harder. And then I thought, if I go all in and in this competition now, well, the sooner the competition was over, the sooner the two of us could focus on us. You were thinking of our relationship? Really, Jack, this is a surprise after surprise. He chuckles, shaking his head as he runs a hand over his face. Imagine how I felt realizing it. Me wanting to get the competition out of the way so I could be with the girl I couldn't get out of my head. When you asked me where the line was when I thought I could hurt you to win this competition, I regretted it as soon as I thought it. The real truth is that, if I have to lose you to win, it isn't worth it. What are you saying? I'm saying I care about you more than I care about being a CEO. He reaches out his hands, and there's a pause as you hold his gaze. Though you can't pinpoint the change, he seems lighter, freer. You feel like you're looking at a new man, someone who broke out of their own self-imposed shackles, and when you take his hands, he smiles. I'm saying that I'm at peace with the fact that you're going to win the CEO position. Jack, you haven't lost yet. He softly laughs, a fond amusement that makes your heart flutter. Sweet of you to tell me I'm still in this when you've been saying you'll clobber me from the very beginning. I'm fine, Luda. I'm happy with the thought of you winning. It means no more having to work against each other. He pulls you closer, mischief twinkling in his eyes as he lowers his voice to a smooth murmur. And when you're CEO, you can get rid of the no-dating clause, if you felt so inclined. I wonder why I would ever even consider doing such a thing. His fingers tighten around yours, his thumb strokes your knuckles. The touch is comforting, silence one of appreciation. This feels good. Taking my own happiness into account. I thought being CEO was your happiness. delusions of grandeur is what we'll go with on that one. I found out I've got an even better one. You. Me. That's a little cheesy, isn't it? Maybe. But if I lose this competition, it won't be because I'm a failure. It'll be because you earned it. Because you won it. And there's nothing I'd be prouder of than dating a successful woman who managed to beat me at my own game. This is tough to swallow, I'm sure, for him. He rests his forehead against yours, his nose nudging yours, his lips centimeters away. I should kiss him tenderly. You touch your lips to his, and he cups your face. Holding you tenderly for a moment, you're lost in comforting heat of his body. Jack. You saw his name, and his arms wrap all the way around you, like he never wants to let you go. So we're together now? Really? Actually together? Really, man, actually. Let's be real, though, we kind of have been for a long time. Guess I better hurry and become CEO so I can officially get rid of that clause then, huh? He ducks his head to kiss your neck, breath warm as he lets out a soft laugh. Sounds like a dream come true. You shiver as he traces his lips back up your neck. He whispers to you as you rest your foreheads together, noses touching. It was only a day, and I missed you so much. Then why don't we make up for lost time? You take Jack by the hand, his eyes light up as he realizes you're leading him to your bedroom. Hey, I didn't approve of this. Jiminy Cricket! As soon as you're inside, you push him up against the wall and seal your lips to his, moaning as his tongue meets yours instantly. His fingers dip into your hips, pulling you tight to his body. You gasp, then duck to kiss his neck, feeling his throat bob as he swallows. Honestly, I think this is more than I deserve tonight. Honestly, I think you should consider yourself lucky to get the chance to make it up to me like this. He catches your face and kisses you passionately. Lust, and something infinitely deeper in the hunger he shows you. He pulls back to grin at you. Yes, ma'am. You pull each other's clothes off in a flurry, throwing garments in all corners of the room. Jack's hands roam over your bare skin, leaving your body tingling. God, I miss this. He pushes you roughly down on the bed, your stomach swooping with excitement as he crawls over you. He kisses down your neck, lips trailing the length of your collarbone. A moment escapes you before you realize you're making sounds. I'm gonna do everything I can to make up for what I did last night. Diamond choice. I want it all! Sadness, though. Less talking. I want you now. As Jack's lips crash against yours. Against ours? Really? His hands trail over every inch of your body, stoking a fire that burns long into the night. Ayy! And that's what happens when you don't pick the diamond choice, because all they are is going to go into details which we can't cover on YouTube, because it's YouTube. When your alarm buzzes the next morning, you open your eyes to see Jack lying beside you, rubbing sleep from his eyes. He slings an arm over your waist, pulling you closer and tucking your hand underneath his chin. Hey, beautiful. Too bad your morning alarm exists. You sure we can't ignore it? Your cheeks warm as you hold tight to the memory of last night. As much as I'd like to lie around all day, work calls for both of us. In that case, I don't know about you, but I'm hungry. You gonna show me where your pans are? Huh. Giggity. Soon Jack is cooking eggs for you both. Neither of you bother to get dressed, and you admire Jack's body as he putters around your small kitchen. You really don't have to go to all this trouble. I gently grab coffee and go, yep. I may not have to, but I am warming up to this whole stable, romantic future thing. I better start getting used to mornings like this. You've never even stayed for breakfast before. Which means you've never gotten to enjoy my breakfast scramble before. Jack deftly plates 2 steaming breakfasts and brings them over to your table. As you take a bite, you reach out your bare foot to nudge Jack's. This is good. You would make a great homemaker when I'm CEO. Oh, will you stop? Making a home with you? I could get used to that real fast. The sentence come out so naturally and quickly, Jack doesn't even realize he'd said it. He hooks both of his feet around your ankles, his playful smile so bright and adoring you feel your chest fill with emotion. Will you stop? Okay, listen. If the guy has admitted defeat, right? He's admitted it, right? I get a little playful jab here and there, right? But, you're in a moment right now, and you're bringing up something that is probably still, mending for him, right? Just saying. Jack, I love you. I thought I was gonna say it first. What? Then why didn't you? I wanted to make it big. I thought it'd be over a perfect dinner, maybe with some classic skywriting. It's a bit too much for the I love you. You laugh, playfully kicking Jack's feet away from yours. You're ridiculous. You see, this is why I beat you at things, Jack. I go out and do them. Ugh. Migraine. I'm getting a migraine. Hey, you have a real good point there. He leans across the table, gently brushing his lips against yours. I love you too, Luna Harper. Grinning goofily at each other, you manage to eat a few more bites before your mind wanders, and you sigh. I gotta admit I'm nervous about Dad's apology to Veronica today. I hope she isn't too mad at him. I'll be there for you and your dad as support. I owe Veronica a huge apology too, not to mention your dad. Actually, I got a little something that might boost your confidence. Before you can reply, he pushes back his chair and hurries to your bedroom. You hear some rustling, and after a couple minutes, picked this up on my way over yesterday. He returns wearing his clothes and carrying a box, which he ceremoniously places in your lap. A present? I think you're overdoing the apology. Come on, open them. I know you'll get a kick out of it. You pull back the layers of tissue paper to reveal a feminine, upscale business suit, replete with clean, tailored lines and perfectly pressed edges. They say dress for the job you won. They call this Luna's kick-ass CEO suit. Wear this to channel your poise and confidence. Queen of the Castle. You show off the look for Jack, doing a slow twirl for his amusement. Damn, if this is what defeat looks like, maybe I'll lose more often. I think you just played yourself a bit. I should head back to my place and grab a couple things, but I'll see you at work. He gives your hand a squeeze and drops a kiss on your forehead, and heads for the door. He stops and turns around. Oh, and Luna. Yes? I love you. I love you too. Isn't that just sweet? You arrive at the office with your dad, who fidgets with the apology letter in his hands. Dad, stop, you're wrinkling it. Does it feel like you're walking in the lion's den when you come to work? Only recently. Jack walks up, a sheepish look on his face. Hey, Drew, no, sorry, he's not gonna cut him. But I feel awful about what happened. I should never have brought Richard. Between your supporting the dude and me punching him out of his chair during a charity night, I don't know who looks worse right now. Alright, deep breaths, you two, here we are. You knock on Veronica's door, and when she calls out for you to enter, you open the door and step inside. She looks up from where she's been slumped on her desk, face in her hands. You see fatigue lines under her eyes. Oh, Luna, Jack, good morning. Drew, what are you doing here? What's going on? We're here to beat the crap out of you and take the CEO position by force. This is a coup by Raymond Reddington. I mean, what? Veronica? My dad has something important to say. I hope you'll give him the chance to talk to you. Of course I will. I've been wanting to speak to you too, Drew. She gives your dad a look of uncertainty and longing. He steps forward, unfolding his letter. I'm here to apologize. I wrote you something to try and express how I feel. He clears his throat and starts reading with emotion. Relationships are like rivers. Sometimes they can be easygoing, and sometimes they can turn into rapids. Sometimes a dam or waterfall obstructs the path, but they always make it to their destination. Whatever that destination is, I hope the waters are gentle. Drew, that's beautiful. Thank you. Drew glances up at Veronica, taking in her gentle smile before looking back at the letter. If I could do all nights over, I would be the bigger man. I would resort to my integrity, not my fists. I could see you didn't want to be there, but I let you sit through your husband's awful attitude. I would have taken you somewhere, anywhere else. A patio where we would have looked at the stars, or a fountain we could have thrown pennies into and made wishes. Better yet, Richard's credit cards. Oh, okay. She reaches across the desk and takes his hand. It takes a brave man to apologize openly like that, which is much more than I can say for Richard. It's all my fault, Veronica. I shouldn't have invited him. I hurt you, and I can't forgive myself for that. I can't fault you for giving him a chance, Jack. I've been giving him a chance after chance for years. I should have left when I caught him with that assistant, but instead I made a rule about no dating in the office. Ah, okay. People hated me for it, and I took that hate willingly because I love my husband, but that's long in the past. You deserve so much better. I know I do, and I believe I found it. She smiles up at your dad, who smiles back tenderly, and then she looks at you. It's good to see you're already dressed for the position. Ah, thank you for noticing. According to the rules of competition, Luna, this makes you the... The door swings open, crashing against the wall. Jeremy runs in and frantically turns on the television. Veronica, you need to see this. You see the set of the celebrity gossip talk show TMI. A reporter speaks in front of a projected image of Veronica and Richard at the party together. You heard it here, folks. Manhattan's star matchmaking duo are battling out a devastating divorce. And get this, Veronica Roberts, New York's Queen of Loves, moves on to the next man while still married to her husband. This information comes to us from a reliable anonymous source. Find out more right here on TMI after the break. Veronica, you and Richard, the company! Veronica falls back heavily in her chair in shock. Someone leaked my divorce. More than the divorce. How? Veronica... Who could have done this? Nobody knew about this. Nobody but you and Jack. No, Luna. Would never. And I screwed up big time, but not this big. Whoever leaked this is trying to ruin you. The only people who were told besides you two were Drew and Maggie. So unless you're blaming one of them... Of course not. Then you are the only two left who have been so deeply involved in this process. If you can't prove to me you aren't behind this, if you can't fix this mess, I'll have to fire you both. That's hardly fair, Veronica. Let's think about this. Everyone out! Uh-oh. Jeremy hurriedly ushers you all out of Veronica's office. Maggie runs up to you in the hallway. I just saw the news. The whole office knows. This has Richard's vengeful fingerprints all over it. He's the only one who knows about the divorce. Of course, this is his payback for last night. If he can't free out Veronica, he's gonna ruin her entire image. I'm pulling out the company calendar. Richard has a TV interview for Damage Control booked with TMI in 1 hour. How convenient. The story barely dropped and he's already scheduled to save his image. This proves he's behind the leak. Maggie, pull up the address for TMI said. We're going down there and stopping Richard. Dad, can you stay and try to get through to Veronica? She needs you now more than ever. You got it, Junebug, and good luck. Listen, take the bat with you. We're gonna need it for his knees. He can't walk on the set if he doesn't have them. You catch a cab to the TMI set, hurrying past staff and crew members in the lawn. You see Richard's name on a piece of paper, taped to a trailer. We need Richard to confess to betraying Veronica's privacy, and we need to do it fast. Do you two have a plan? Jack, you play the bad cop. Excellent. I thought you'd never ask. Alright, you lousy scum. I'm gonna need some answers or the ladies here will knock you into next Tuesday. No, that's not how this works, Jack. You're the bad cop. I say that, or you'll knock him into next Tuesday. This is serious business. I'm gonna need you to enjoy it less. Not a chance. Just then, Richard emerges from the trailer, suit newly pressed and his hair neatly combed. He arches a brow when he sees you. Jack, what are you and your co-workers doing here? Don't screw around with us, Richard. I made the mistake of falling for your lies once, but not again. What in the world are you insinuating, Jack? That you told the price about the divorce and now you're here to save your ass while Veronica's rep goes up in flames? That's insane. Did Veronica put you up to this? Come on, Richard. We all want life to go back to normal, and for everybody to be happy, all you have to do is tell us the truth. You think I want the press bearing down on my private affairs? You think I'd do this myself? I didn't ask for this tomfoolery. First my wife is unfaithful, now I have you three coming after me like hyenas. I'm only trying to move on. By doing a whole interview about it? Sure doesn't sound like moving on to me. It's called diplomacy. I'm fixing whatever the hell one of you surely started. A show producer is up, waving a clipboard. What's going on, Mr. Richards? Roberts, who are these? We're here to expose the truth about Richard. You have no idea how deep this scandal really goes. As some of Veronica's closest confidants, we're here to set the record straight. Jack raises his eyebrows at you and you shrug helplessly. The producer gasps dramatically. This is just the kind of juicy gossip our viewers love. Hold on 1 second. Certainly you wouldn't let a strange person onto your show at the last moment. This is why I answered that way, because I figured, you know, TV and the world loves drama. They love it, they eat it, they consume it, they sleep with it. Okay? Of course we will. Sounds great for ratings. Welcome to the show, Miss Luna Harper. Miss Harper, right this way. I'll get you fitted with microphones. Be quick, we're nearly rolling. Before you know it, you're guided into a chair on set. All cameras aim your way as the host gets in a position. We're on in 3, 2... Oh, for the love of God. Haven't seen you in a couple of years, oh God. Good afternoon, New York. Is it hot in here, or is it just steaming hot drama? The audience applauds and laughs. We're bringing you a follow-up on this morning's news of a matchmaking mogul, Veronica Roberts' divorce and cheating scandal. We have with us her husband, Richard Roberts, and another inside source, Luna Harper, one of Tusco's top matchmakers. She said it, folks, so tell me, Richard, is it all true? I'm afraid so. My wife was unfaithful, wounding me terribly, but I only want us both to move on. All the city feels for you right now. I applaud you being here, speaking with so much integrity. Integrity, huh? You've always been faithful? I've been an excellent husband throughout our marriage. A marriage you know nothing about! Funny how you could admit you cheated on Veronica in front of people at a party, but not on live television. That's certainly a twist in the story. Richard Luna is saying some concerning things about you. This young woman has no idea what she's saying. She's trying to steal my company. She is in a competition to take over as CEO. Her own father begun dating my wife, obviously in an effort to steal what belongs to me. Excuse me? I'm trying to make Veronica and my dad happy. Only you would put such a selfish spin on it. Lies. You were just hired. You can't be trusted with anything, much less dudes go. This is clearly a bot. Look, Veronica is a shrewd woman. She trusts me and my dad. She knows she can't trust you as far as she could throw you. Luna, you must have some insider perspective on the divorce and what sounds like a love triangle. If there's anything you need to know, it's... I don't know if I want to go with double standard. I think his name fits. He's a real dick. The audience gasp. Richard's face twitches, but he maintains his composure. That sort of mudslinging is far from appropriate. I disagree. You're pompous, self-centered. You were a horrible husband. You're only here to step on Veronica so you can come out squeaky clean. Let the people decide for themselves. But it's telling that you strayed from Veronica for your own secretary. Oh, your own secretary, Richard. That's low. What do you have to say for yourself? This is slander. I was a perfect husband to Veronica. No one in their right mind can say otherwise. Where is Jack? Maggie. Any of those two that know the situation. The more, like, if you added more people to this, right? The more it would come out Richard is a real dick. Really, Richard? A perfect husband. I bet that means you know everything about her. Then, if you're so doting... A look of horror dawns on Richard's face as he recognizes the hole he's dug himself into, and he swallows. Tell me, Richard... No, Veronica did actually feed me this. Why does Juco's have a no dating policy? It's an asinine question, obviously for efficiency and workplace professionalism. Actually, it's because you went ahead and slept with one of your own employees. Oh, ye guys! The 50s just called and they want their workplace culture back! Richard abruptly stands from his chair, his face twisted in rage. I will not sit by when one of my own employees makes a fool of me. This sort of talk ruins reputations. It appears you ruined yours without much help. Richard freezes, glancing at the camera still trained on him. The audience heckles him with a chorus of boos and jeers. Shut up! None of you understand what I'm going through. One last question, Richard. Can you definitely say you are not behind the leak we aired earlier today? Of course not. Someone out there is slandering me and Veronica, and I can't even pick up the goddamn pieces. Do you know how many business partners have called off our deals in the last hour alone? I'm not behind this. And there you have it, folks. Perhaps not the most savory of characters, but Richard Roberts maintains his innocence regarding the leak. Many thanks to Luna Harbor for joining us on such a short notice. We'll keep you all updated over the next few hours. As the show goes back to commercial break, Richard starts yelling at anyone who will listen. You will pull down this segment immediately. I don't care if you have dead air. I have connections. Sir, come with me. Calm down. Producer alerts security and leads a huffing, humiliated Richard away, while Jack and Maggie rush up from the audience. You said things to Richard I've only dreamed about saying forever. You're my hero. You're brutal out there. Remind me not to get on your bad side. Listen, you were on my bad side, okay? You're gonna be swimming with the fishes. Oh, yeah? Good thing I love you. Find your stomach swooping, as you say. Jack's smile meets his eyes, his expression radiating warmth towards you. Yep, that's a really good thing for me. That had better not be the end of your response. Of course not. I love you too, Luna. That's more like it. Come on, you two lovebirds, focus. This was a win, but we're far from done. It genuinely seems like Richard was just here to save face. He's awful, but not our leak. Jeremy! That leaves us right back where we started, and it's gonna cost us our jobs. It's not fair we're taking the blame for this. Jack squeezes your hand, and his face fiery with determination. It's Jeremy! We're not taking the blame for anything. Come on, let's see if your dad talks some sense into Veronica. I'm telling you right now. You arrive back at the office. Steps heavy as you make your way towards Veronica's office. Up ahead, Jeremy rounds the corner, striding with a purpose. Jeremy, have you seen my dad? Oh, yes, he went home some ages ago. Veronica wanted nothing to do with him. A what? You share a crestfallen look with Jack and Maggie. What do we do now? Well, I think it's best interest to resign quietly without making things even worse for yourself. What's that supposed to mean? With an infuriatingly smug smile, Jeremy takes out his phone, presses play on a video. A scene begins in that familiar room. I wish Veronica could have gotten divorced like a normal woman. All the sneaking around finding her dates is exhausting. Suddenly Jack's lips are on yours. You wrap your arms around his neck as he nips at your lower lip. Jack, here, really? There's nobody around but you and me. We can do whatever we want. You clap a hand over the phone as you watch yourself and Jack start undressing each other in the video. Rage and embarrassment clog your throat. How did you get that? That was private. Oh, it doesn't look good that you were complaining about having to deal with Veronica's divorce. On top of that, breaking her cardinal rule by having an illicit relationship, bringing it in the office, no less. Jeremy, you're a monster. You're behind all of this, aren't you? How long have you been scheming to take Veronica and all of her allies down? Oh, Luna, if you're trying to find out someone's secrets, you have to be a lot more subtle than just asking for them. I don't get it. There's no cameras in the office, unless someone bugged us. The doll. It's shot from exactly the place where I put Neil's thank you doll on Luna's shelf. Jeremy, you're sick. And I'm pretty sure that's 50 Shades of illegal. I'd be careful with that type of crazy claims you're making. I'm in a good mood now, but secrets leak with such ease these days, so if I were you, I'd try to stay on my good side. Smiles again and spins on his heels straight away, calling cheerily back over his shoulder. Just quit now, and you'll get to leave Tusco with your own dignity, otherwise you know what's waiting. Jeremy leaves, you all stunned and stricken. Oh, listen, this is why bad people exist in the world, to get back at people like that, so then, they can swim with the fishes. Jeremy hasn't shown Veronica the video, so if we just go to her about it, it's just asking him to leak it. Then she'll really fire us. Damn it! This proves that Jeremy is behind the leak, and we can't do anything about it without hurting Veronica even more. I can't put her through another betrayal, not now. It should be not now or ever. You and Jack share a solemn look, understanding passing between you. We have no other choice then. No, you guys can't. You pull Maggie into a hug, choking back tears. I'm sorry, Maggie, but it's the only thing we can do. Please trust us. You let her go, and you and Jack walk towards Veronica's office. You find Veronica at her desk, her face drawn. She looks like up at you and Jack with a glimmer of hope, which you know you're about to crush. Veronica, we're sorry to do this to you, but especially right now, but Jack and I are resigning from Tusco. What? Why? Are you admitting that you were behind the leak? Never. But we know we won't be able to help you here. I need you both right now. I can hardly trust anyone. We're sorry, Veronica. Good luck with everything. As you and Jack make for the door, you see Veronica crumple into her desk, fighting back tears. Well, this is a shit way to handle this. Just as victory is in sight, you're forced to give up everything you've worked hard for. Can you still come back out on top? Really? This is how you handle this? Okay, alright. Oh, well, that is crappily done. I'm gonna be honest with you, that is crappily done. Like, you are... Wow, really? Like, you couldn't just be honest? Are people that afraid of honesty? Like, think about it. Are you that afraid of honesty that you just don't go tell her the truth? Tell her, just let everything out. There was no betrayal to her, right? Like, yeah, we broke the cardinal rule of dating and everything else, but I'm sure she's not a dumbass, and she knows that. We were dating before we even came into the company. And I'm sure she's not an idiot. And she she input the rule because of what happened between her and her husband, right? And so I'm sure she would understand that, you two were dating, you two were, whatever, and then, it continued on, and you guys just carried on like normal, while simultaneously handling a competition in which clearly it was handled correctly, right? So I don't... Like, this is stupid. I'm gonna be honest with you, this is stupid. And then telling her that, it was bugged, here's a camera, Jeremy did the leak, it had nothing to do with you, because you were on workplace premises, and Veronica told you to find the date, right? And so, all this is going on, and, like, you can't just tell her the truth? Like, I guarantee you, she'd fire him immediately, and then you just grab his phone and just break the bitch, right? See, this is why bad people exist in this world. Like, really bad people. That kind of, like, keep a balance over the bad people that pull Jeremy's, right? Like Raymond Reddington bad, Like, there's good bad people, and then there's bad people, okay? So anyway, without further ado, you know what to do. Catch y'all later. Peace out. Mwah.